Okay, folks, this is a live stream and I will be interacting with the viewers, but let me say this before, I move on. So if you're new to the channel, understand that I have two predictions, okay? My first prediction is that there's going to be a spectacular event in Seattle, and Seattle's in King County, which is in Washington State. So basically, what I'm telling you is get out of Seattle or that whole area of King County by June 11th. June 11th is the date of this spectacular event in Seattle. And somehow, after the spectacular event in Seattle, it connects to Elvis. That's right. Elvis, his image, his name, or the number of his name is going to connect to this spectacular event in Seattle. Now, because Trump is Elvis's devil twin, because Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth, and that's what this whole ritual of 9/11, the Twin Towers coming down. If you've seen my videos, you understand what I'm talking about. Now, because Trump is the replacement twin for the identical twin that either died or was sacrificed or didn't even exist, I don't know, but most likely it was sacrificed. Elvis's identical twin. Trump is the replacement twin, and Trump is going to get his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. Okay? It's a guarantee. All right? I'm telling you. I'm talking about the date and where it's going to happen. Now, the question is it going to be this year? I say 1,000,000%. But could there be 1% chance it's going to be next year? Yes. My two predictions could happen next year, but like I said, I say it's 1,000,000% that it's going to happen this year. Anyway, so those are the two predictions. June 11th, Seattle, Trump head wound August 4th. And he survives the head wound, okay? Now, let me prove to you how these events are going to happen because of the number 45, okay? Elvis, he turned 45 years dead on August 16th last year, which was, the 22nd year, right? 2022. So he turned 45 years dead, and he's still 45 years dead all the way until August 16th this year. So that means that my two predictions of June 11th and August 4th happen while Elvis is still dead for 45 years, okay? And Trump, he's the 45th president, okay? So it had to wait till they were 45 in order for these for these predictions to manifest. Now, let me show you some things, okay? This way you can understand why the 45 is so important to this puzzle, okay? Now, hold on, let me see if I have this straight here. Oh, well, I'm not going to show you everything here, but let me just tell you this. From the time that Washington State was founded, it was founded on 11. It became a state. It officially became a state 11/11/1889, and from 11/11/1889 to Elvis's date of birth is 45 years. Okay, 45 years from the day Washington State was founded to Elvis's birthday is 45 years and 1 month and 29 days. So what I'm trying to say is there's a 45 connection from Washington State being founded to Elvis's birthday, and then from Elvis's death in 1977 to right now is still 45 years from his death. So you understand? 45 years from Washington State founding to Elvis's birth, from Elvis's death to the day Washington gets struck, okay? Which is Seattle is in Washington. Elvis was known as the King. Seattle's in King County. And then, of course, you have that Martin Luther King connection, because Martin Luther King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived at the time. So the king had the king whacked. And why did he have the king whacked? Because the king was whacked on 4/4, but it was 4/4 was on the leap year that year, which falls on the 4/5 day. So it's the 44/45 connection, right? And now King County in Seattle is named after Martin Luther King. That became official back in 2006. It was named after a different king, Seattle King County. Okay, so because they're gonna destroy that king like they destroyed that king, supposedly destroyed the king, Martin Luther King, in Memphis, Tennessee, back in the same year that Elvis did his comeback special, because Elvis is going to come back, okay? And what's the opposite number of 45? Is 5/4. You understand what I'm saying? 45, 54, right? And it's been 54 years from Elvis's comeback special back on 12/3/1968. So again, another connection to that, Okay? Now, yeah, I appreciate everyone being here. God bless all of you. And hold on. Okay, now let me just show you this so you can see some interesting things. Well, the reason that JFK, the whole JFK connection to the Q connection, is because they wanted you to understand that it's about death and destruction, and because both of them were, they both died in weird ways, if you know what I mean, the JFK Jr. and JFK, right? And it's all about a head wound, okay? Trump's going to get his head wound in Ohio. Q is the 17th letter, and Ohio's the 17th state. So that's what it's all about. Now watch. If you've been watching my videos, you know that some of this information I've shown before, but here's something that you need to know, okay? That in the Bible, when you see the word, like sometimes you'll see it says, "Oh Lord," right? "Oh God," "Oh Lord," right? Because O is a crown, okay? And I was the first one to explain this to the basically to the world. I don't see anyone ever mentioning that until I started doing that about like 5-6 years ago. But anyway, the O is a crown, and it's a very important letter, okay, because of what it equals and everything. So let me just show you why it's so important. Let me see if I can get this going here. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Let me get it. Empty white screen. Screen, I said, not stupid. I'm trying to get a background image for you guys to see, easy to see, like a light. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Okay. That didn't help, but hold on. Okay, look. Pay attention, okay? The letter O is a crown, okay? Now, O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. The O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, okay? And if you go to the prime number 15, the 15th, I'm sorry, the 15th prime number equals 47. Now notice what these numbers are right here. You see the numbers right here, 1, 5, 4, 7. It's the same numbers as the word God. God equals 7, O is 15, and D is 4. Look, 5, 4, 1, 7, 5, 4, 1, 7, 7, 1, 5, 4, 7, 1, 5, 4. What I'm saying is it has a connection to the word God, okay? That's one of the connections to the letter O right there, okay? And notice this, okay? That Trump, he's the 45th president, and Ohio's the 17th state, right? And by the way, that equals 62. I'm going to show you why that's important in a minute. But notice what 45 and 17 have. Same, it's the exact same letters as the word God, but backwards. 4, 5, 1, 7. 4, 5, 1, 7. You see that? Are you getting what I'm throwing out? And the word God equals 26. So this is the backwards. God equals 26. So it's the backwards. It's basically the backwards of the word God. Did you get that? Did you get what I'm throwing out there for you folks? Now, if that's not supernatural, what you're saying, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? And by the way, I told you that the letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, and the 15th prime number equals 47, and 15 plus 47 is 62. Okay? And I just told you that Trump's going to get his head wound in the 45. Trump is the 45th president, 17th state, he's going to get his head wound. 45 plus 17 is 62. Just like the letter O is the 15th letter, 15th prime is 47, 15 plus 47 is 62. Now, and on August 4th this year, Trump's going to get his head wound. And guess who turns 62? Obama. Obama turns 62. Because Obama is the capstone on Elvis and Trump. Okay? Elvis and Trump are the are the main characters, but Obama is the capstone for these two, because it's the unholy trinity of Obama, Trump, and Elvis. But Elvis is at the top, Trump second, and Obama's third. Okay? And Obama turns 62 this year on August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. Okay? And of course, Obama was the 44th president, Trump is the 45th. But here's the catch. Trump is also 44 because he's the 44th person, Trump. Trump is the 44th person to become president, but 45th actual president to take office. I told you about that discrepancy many times, why, which all connects to this puzzle anyway. So now, if you think that that's just a coincidence, sorry folks, I'm trying to, hold on. Okay, so what else was I going to show you? There was something else here. Hold on, folks. And interestingly enough, check this out. You know, in Roman numerals, to get 777, this is what you have to write. DCCLXXVII. It's the exact same as the word president. If you were to put this on the gematria calculator, these letters, it would equal the exact same as the word president. So basically, president is 777 in Roman numerals, which is very interesting, right? Don't you find that interesting? That president equals these letters, and those letters equal 777 in Roman numerals. And I told you that. That president is the anagram for serpent ID, which is what I discovered like 6 years ago. President is the same letters as serpent ID, and president has the first four letters of Presley, Elvis Presley, P-R-E-S. And does Elvis Presley's house Elvis Presley's Graceland looks just like the White House. Okay, it's got 4 pillars in the front, just like the pillars at the White House. Okay, and it's got the triangle at the top, the pyramid. Same thing, Graceland, where Elvis lived and died, supposedly died. Now, and I told you that that also the crown. You know that 7-3 or 3-7 looks like the letters EL. If you were to turn the 7-3 or 3-7 upside down, it would look like the letters EL. EL means God in Hebrew. Okay? EL means God in Hebrew. So the backwards of crown is 62. And I just told you that what I was showing you about Trump being the 45th president and he's going to get a head wound in the 17th state, Ohio. 45 plus 17 is 62. So it's the EL 62. You see the word crown, 73 forward, 62 backwards. And notice, by the way, notice it's got the 2-6. Remember, I was telling you how the 62 is the backwards of 26, which is the word God. And look, it equals 88. Trump equals 88. And Elvis is 88 years old this year. And the word God equals 26. The 26 prime number is 101. So if you were to put these letters, I mean, you know, Elvis and his identical twin were born both on 1-8. So 1818 is right in there. You see that? And I told you that if you wrote the numbers 1818, it would be 216 or 162 if you said the numbers backwards. And August 4th is the 216th day of the year, and June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. That's when the Elvis and his identical twin were born. You get what I'm saying? Oh, don't pay attention to that. I don't know why I left that up there. Anyway, I'm just throwing stuff out there for you. Hold on. What I wanted to show. Hold on. There's something I'm missing here. You know, I told you that Trump gets his head wound on 8-4, and Trump's birthday is on 6-14. 6 times 14 equals 84. 6 times 14 equals 84. That's Trump's birthday, 6-14. And what was I going to show? Hold on. What am I doing here, folks? Give me a second to figure this out. So you remember I showed you that. So remember we were talking kind of because Obama's born in 61, right? But he turned 62 on August 4th this year. Okay, and I'm going to show you why that's important in a minute, because I was just telling you about the 62 connecting to Trump's 45 and Ohio being the 17th state. You know, I told you that, I was just telling you about the 61, 62, right? Because Obama's born in 61 and he's 62 years old this year, right? He's going to be 62 this year on August 4th. The word twin. Okay, look at these numbers right here. 62, 61, 62, 61 right there in the number of twin, right? Because I told you Elvis's identical twin died at birth. And I told you that the letter O, and you'll see why I'm showing you this in a minute. The letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, and the reduced number of O is 6. Because 1 plus 5 equals 6. So that's how you reduce the number. 1 plus 2 is 3. This is the backwards of O. So if you were to say the alphabet backwards, starting from Z, then it would be the 12th letter, the O. That's why it's 15, 12. So forward is 15, reduced is 6, 1 plus 2 is 3. That's the reduced number. So 15, 6. And you know, the 156 prime was 9/11. You see? The 156 prime was 911. So that means the crown is connected to the 911, which I've shown many times, right? Now, how do we get the 123? Because I told you that 62 plus 61 equals 123. Okay, and the reason I'm showing you that is because the Space Needle, Seattle Space Needle, was construction started in 61 and it opened in 62. Okay, you see, and that equals 123. And I just showed you that the O backwards is 12.3, right? And 9/11 was in 2001, so there's your 1, and then this year's the 23, right? So that's your 123 connection. So 9/11 had the 156 connection. 156 prime is 9/11, and O is the 15 and 6, right? The forward of the letter O is 15 and 6 reduced. So that's your 156. 156 prime number is 9/11. The backwards is 12.3, and uh, and 9/11 happened in 01, and now we're in 23. So that's 123. Okay. And I told you Elvis's comeback special was on 12.3. Okay? That's what this is all about. All right? 12.3. 54 years ago, which is the backwards of 4.5. 5.4.4.5. Elvis has been dead 45 years. Trump is the 45th president. Okay? Now, and remember, I was just showing you how Obama is born in 61 and he's turning 62 this year on August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. And I told you that 62 is the crown number because the 15th letter of the alphabet is O. The 15th prime is 47. 15 plus 47 equals 62. Okay? And here's another thing which makes it absolutely perfect. If Trump becomes the 47th president, pay attention. If Trump becomes the 47th president, what's going to happen? Let's see. Was George Washington the 15th actual president?
According to Wikipedia, George Washington, February.
Were there 14 presidents before George Washington?
According to WBAL TV, did you know our nation had 14 presidents before George Washington? It's a piece of American history that centers around Annapolis.
Hold on.
A little-known group is trying to get the word out about Annapolis' key role in...
Was there 14 presidents before George Washington?
According to Atlas Obscura, a total of 14 men held the title of president before George Washington.
Okay, now listen. Is this true? I don't know. But pay attention. If George Washington is the first president, you know what I mean? And that means he's the 15th president. First president, 15th president. Are you watching? Get ready. Get ready. First president, or is he the 15th president? So if he's the 15th president, Trump is the 47th president coming up. That'll be 62. That's the crown number. 15 plus the O is the 15th letter. 15th prime is 47. 15 plus 47 is 62. Look, is this right? I don't know. Okay, but do you see it? Do you see what I'm showing there? I mean, literally, that is a perfect puzzle right there, if that's true. If it's true, that is a perfect puzzle, okay? Now, get ready. All right, get ready for this, because I just discovered this right now, this part. Watch this. When was America was founded? I mean, you know, whatever. They give it a certain date, right? Let's say 7/4/1776. Okay? Hold on. Listen, to anyone, listen, I'm going to tell you guys, please do not answer any trolls, okay? Because if you do, you're just messing yourself up, because when I delete them, nobody's going to see who you're talking to. Okay, so America, all right? Check this out. When was America's founding date?
The founding date of the United States of America was July 4th, 1776.
So July 4th, 1776. Hold on. Hold on, let me get rid of this. I don't know who this person is. Is this person a troll or something? I got rid of him. I don't know what he's talking about. So if you guys just talked to that one person, I just deleted him, and nobody's gonna know what you're talking about. So America, pay attention, is America was founded 7/4/1776. Okay, now get ready. Remember that tapping noise in that that 9/11 scene where the teacher? Get ready. That's like a brainwashing technique. Anyway, here we go. 1776. 1776, 7/4 to this year, 7/4. Are you ready? Get ready. Okay, here it goes. Pay attention. How many years does that say? 247 years, America. America is 247 years old, okay? 247 years old this year. 247. Now, what's important about 247? It just so happens that from Elvis's birthday, 1/8, to 9/11 is 247 days, okay? And I told you guys that everything connected to Elvis is connected to the Twin Towers coming down, because the word twin equals 66. From Elvis's birthday, it is 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. So you have the 8/4 connection. The 66 equals twin. It was 66 years from Elvis's birthday to 9/11, and it's 247 days. Okay, now Elvis and his identical twin Jesse. If you spell Jesse with an I, both of them equal 67. Jesse equals 67. Elvis equals 67. And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11, 8 months, 4 days, is 67.67% of a year. So 247 days is 67.67 percent of a year. Okay, that's why the Twin Towers had to fall, because one of the twins was died, right? Supposedly. Now watch. So it was 247 years that Washington, right? 247. I'm not Washington. America is now 247 years old. From Elvis's birthday to 9/11 is 247 days. Wait. So if Washington is the first president, the first prime number is 2. If he's the 15th president, it's 47. So it's the 247 with the first and the 15th. You understand what I'm saying? Is he the first or is he the 15th? Do you get it? The first prime number is 2. The 15th prime number is 47. So there's your 247 again. 247. And 2 times 47 equals 94. Pay attention. 94. And who was killed on the 94th day of the year? Martin Luther King. You understand? That's the 94th day of the year. Martin Luther King, the 4-4 day. But he was killed on the 4-5, which would have been the 95th day. I'm saying on the leap year, because he was killed on a leap year. So he has the 9495 connection, because I'll tell you why. Because September 4th is the 247 day of the year. Okay, and on leap year falls on the 9-5 day, the 248th day of the year. So it all has to do with the that 9-4 connection, and because Elvis needs the 9, because Elvis is born on 1-8, he needs the 1. He needs to get to the 1-9, which is the 19 crown. He needs the 19 crown. That's what that whole corona was about. Corona means crown, and he needs to get to the 9. All right, and why does he need to get to the 9? Because from the first of the year to the 9th day is 2.47. 2.47. 240. Do you get it? It's 247 again. He needs that 9 crown. All right, and if you add up all the numbers between 1 and 9, what do you get? 45. Add up all the numbers between 1 and 9, it's 45, man. It's 45. Do you get it, man? I'm screaming. Everyone can see me out here screaming. My window's open. Hold on. People think I'm crazy. Anyway, so what I'm trying to, hold on, now it's too dark. Uh-oh. Okay, so it's that 247 connection again, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? This is not a coincidence, folks, all right? And I have much more to show you, okay? But I here's another, I can give you another connection to, man, I forgot what I was going to say now. My brain. Anyway, like I said, it was all about the 247. Something is going on, folks, with this 247. You understand? And by the way, if the, and here's another thing. The reason Elvis needs to get to the 9, I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because from Elvis's birthday, 1-8, to 6-11, okay, is either 154 or 155 days. But here's the thing. This is Elvis's birthday, 1-8, right? To 6-11 is 154 days. If you don't count the day, it's 155 days if you count the day. So up to that, you know what I'm saying? Up to that day, it's 154. If you count the day of 6-11, it's 155. So what I'm trying to say is if he went from the 1-9, because I told you he needs the 9, from the date 1-9, it would be exactly 154 days. And why am I saying that? Because 154 is the Antichrist number. The Antichrist equals 154. That's why the 1-9 crown is the what he needs. He needs that 1-9 because Lucifer lost his S equals 19 crown. If you've ever seen my video, Lucifer loses his S equals 19 crown because S is the 19th letter of the alphabet, and that's why Superman wears the S on his shoulder. I mean on his chest, because it's the 19th letter of the alphabet, which is like the word snake, S, serpent, Seattle starts with an S. And where was the 19 crown? Where was the first place the 19 crown hit? Seattle. It was the first place that got the 19 sickness in America. And the first death was in King County from the 19 crown. You know what I'm talking about, the Corona 19. All right? So just ask yourself, and who was the first person to get it? Tom Hanks. The first famous person, Tom Hanks. What was Tom Hanks doing when he got the 19 sickness? Filming the Elvis movie. See how it all connects? filming the Elvis movie. And the reason I was mentioning the Seattle Space Needle, because Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle. When he made the movie, it happened at the World's Fair. Okay? And he made that movie at the World's Fair in the year 63. I mean, it was in 62 he started filming it. And oh, and by the way, guess what day he started filming that Space Needle? He got to Seattle. Watch this. Because remember, I told you September 4th is the 247th day of the year. Did Elvis arrive in Washington State on September 4th for this? It happened at the World's Fair?
According to Geek Frontiers, a script entitled It Happened at the World's Fair was quickly written, and in September 1962,
No, that's
Presley
not.
arrived
Hold
at
on.
the fair and rode the Seattle monorail, gazed up at the Space Needle, and ran through the fountains of what is now the Pacific Science Center, all as part of the film's plot.
I just want to show you what date he. And it was his 11th movie. It says it happened at the World's Fair was his 11th motion picture, according to that. Look, here's. Listen, I'm not sure if this is correct, because some places it says September 5th, but look, September 4th, 1962, he arrived in Seattle, Washington. See, for shooting the upcoming film that happened at the World's Fair. You see, and September 4th is the 247th day of the year. You see, I guess that's just another pure coincidence. You know what I mean? Just another pure coincidence. Yeah, that's right. That Tom Hanks, one of Tom Hanks' son, is born on August 4th. That's right. So anyway, folks, I'm just trying to explain the unexplainable, basically. You know what I mean? And hold on. And you know, Elvis turns 88, right? And Trump, the name Trump equals 88, but Elvis turned 88 years old. Now, if you were to put if you were to put the 88 in front of the word God, look. You see this? I just put, this is the word God, G-O-D equals 7. G is the 7th letter, O is the 15th, D is the 4th. If you were to put the 88 in front of the word God, what watch what I'm going to show you. Folks, I'm just freestyling here, okay? Watch, pay attention. The 154th prime number, because the Antichrist equals 154. The 154th prime number is 887. If you put the 88 in front of the word God, it's 887154. The 154th prime is 887. And remember, Trump's going to get his head wound in the 45th state, 45 plus 17, 4517. You see what I'm saying? And the word crown, I told you, it's backwards numbers. Forget the forward number for a minute. The backwards numbers was 62, 26, 88, right? And if 45 and 17, because you know this is backwards. Imagine 4517, 4517, like I'm showing here. Trump, 45th president, Ohio, 17th state, 4517. How much would you need to get to the 88? Because if 45 and 17 is 62, what do you need? 26. 26 plus 62 is 88. The word God, G-O-D, equals 26. 26 plus 62 equals 88. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I know, listen, folks, uh, do you get what I'm saying? By the way, like I said, I'm freestyling here. Okay, so I hope you guys understand what I'm throwing out there, because remember, I was showing you that. Where is it? I don't even know where I have it now. Oh, here it is. I was showing you that the backwards numbers of crown is 62, 28, 88. See, 62. Then the 20. I'm sorry, 62, 26, 88. The word God equals 26. 62 backwards is God. You see what I'm saying? I mean, 62 backwards is 26. Yeah, you need to watch from the beginning. Unfortunately, if you got in here late, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna show one or two more things here, and then I'm gonna end the video. What was I gonna show here? So here's something interesting. Let's look. So the Space Needle, I told you, was opened on 4/21/62, and the Queen was born on 4/21/26. Again, connecting to the 26/62 nonsense, which equaled the backwards of crown 62/26. But look, 420. If you look at the numbers properly, of the opening date of the Space Needle, look, 4/2. 4/2. Elvis died at the age of 42, and then 1/6/2. The 162nd day of the year is June 11th. 42, 1/6/2, right there. And from that opening date to this year, it's 61 years, 1 month, and 22 days. So it's 611 right there. 611. You see what I'm saying? And notice that from the construction start date of the Space Needle, it's 22,700, 227 with 2 crowns. 227 with 2 crowns. And why is that important? Because guess who turns on? Look at what happens when Elvis's age, Trump's age, and Obama's age this year. Because August 4th, Obama's is the last birthday, is 62, right? On August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. Look, it's 227. You see that? 227. And I was just showing you the 227 right there, with 2 crowns. Get it? Because Obama is just like I said, Obama is the capstone. He's basically the crown for Elvis and Trump. I told you. They're just yeah. Obama's basically the fake one, Okay, now pay attention, folks. Get ready. I'm not done yet. I just want to make sure I put this stuff in order. That way I can show it again before I end the video. Alright, so now, if you don't believe what I'm showing you to be accurate, watch this. I mean, not accurate, but get ready to be amazed, okay? So remember, we're talking about the 45, because Elvis has been dead for 45 years. My 2 predictions this year, Elvis will still be 45 years dead, okay? And Trump is the 45th president right now. Pay attention. So JFK, he got a head wound, okay? Because Washington is also going to the Washington State. If you look at the map, it kind of looks like Elvis's head, a part of it. It's going to get a head wound, okay? Washington State is going to get a head wound where Seattle is, right? Seattle's in King County. Elvis is known as the King. Now, who also got a head wound? JFK, right? Which also connects to Trump getting his head wound. So JFK got a head wound. Now, JFK was born on 5/29. Now, if you remember my January month chart, pay attention, folks. If you just picked, let's just say you picked January to begin your uh, beginning counting time. So if January is the first month, the next time it comes around, it would be the first month again. But no, instead of doing that, just start at a starting point, first month. The next time it comes around January, it would be the 13th month, then the 25th month, then the 37th month, then the 49th month, then the 61st month, then the 73rd month, okay? So what I'm saying is just count it like that. If you went, because if January is the first month, okay, and it's the number one number would be the first month, right? If you went all the way down to the 45th number down, it would be 529 in January because Elvis was born in January. So the 45th number down in January is 529. And 529 is when JFK is born. So what's a chance that the 45th number is 529? JFK's birthday is 529. And 529's backwards birthday is August 4th. Okay, 529 backwards date is August 4th because 529 is the 149th day of the year, which leaves 216 days in the year. The 216th day of the year is August 4th. Okay, and how many days are in between 529 and 84? 67 and 68 days. 67, 68. And what equals 67, 68? The name Elvis. Elvis is 67 forward, 68 backwards. So again, what is the chance that JFK is born and his backwards date is August 4th, and August 4th is the day Trump's going to get his head wound, and JFK is the one who got the head wound. Get it? Okay. Hold on. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Now, the connection was the fact that it was the 45th number down. That's what the connection is. Now, all right, get ready. Get ready. Here's some more coming. Hold on. So, where was JFK born? JFK was born, pay attention. JFK was born in Massachusetts. He died in Dallas, Texas. So he was born in Massachusetts, dies in Texas. Trump was born in New York. Trump's going to get his head wound in Ohio. Let's look at what their state numbers are. I've shown this before. It's nothing new. Pay attention. JFK he's born in the 6th state, Massachusetts. JFK dies in the 28th state. Trump is born in the 11th state, New York. Trump is going to get his head wound in the 17th state. So if you add up where they're born, 6, 11, that's the day I'm telling you that Seattle gets struck, right? 6, 11 equals 17. JFK dies in the 28th state. Trump's going to get his head wound in the 17th state equals 45. Can you believe this? It's exactly the numbers I just told you. That Trump is the 45th president and he's going to get his head wound in the 17th state. Are you awake yet? Do you see it? Do you see it, man? Do you see what I'm showing you? Do you see it? All right. Which goes right back to what I was showing you with the numbers of the letter O. The letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. The 15th prime is 47. 4715 is 62. 7154, 4517 backwards. It's the same numbers as the word God. 4517. 4517 is where Trump's going to get his head wound. Trump is the 45th president, and he's the 17th state, Ohio. Okay. Okay, because do you understand what I'm showing here? Okay, now, again, what is the chance of all of this? Okay, now, if the number, and 17, I told you, is connected to that Q movement thing. Q is the 17th letter, right? Now watch this. So as I just told you, Ohio's the 17th state, right? Are you looking at this? Get ready. 17th. TH. 17th. The T is the 20th letter. H is the 8th letter. JFK was killed in the 28th state. So Ohio, the number 17 plus the TH, 28. TH equals 28. 17 plus 28 is 45. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? I'm asking you. Do you see it? Wake up, man. Do you see it? All right. All right. I mean, you can't get any more perfect than that. All right. If you think you can get more perfect than that, God help you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is just too much, folks. Now, look at this. We're in the 23rd year, right? Pay attention. We're in the 23rd year, right? It just so happens, look, 23 RD, 23rd. RD equals 1/8. R is the 18th letter. D is the 4th. Elvis is born on 1/8, and then 8/4 is the end of, where Trump gets his head wound, right? If you add RD, which is 22, and then add the 23 to the 22, you get 45. I mean, can you believe this, man? 22 plus 23 equals 45. RD, get it? 23 RD, 23rd. You see what I'm saying? Do you see it? Do you see it? Folks, do you see it? How many times do I have to ask? Do you see it? Okay. Anyway, and why is 2223 so important to this puzzle? Okay, basically, I'm not going to get into it again, but there's many things that are connected, but I'm trying to show you what is the connections between all of this. So when Elvis turned 45 years dead, it was in last year, which was the 22 year. Okay, pay attention. Last year was the 22 year that he turned 45 years dead, but he's still 45 years dead into this year, all the way up until August 16th. So my two predictions of 6/11 and 8/4 happened while Elvis is still 45 years dead. So it happened between the 22 and 23 year, right? And look, prime numbers of 22, 22nd prime is 79, the 23rd prime is 83. 22 plus 23 equals 45. The total for the primes is 162. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. 45 years. Elvis has been dead. Trump is 45. Get it? June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. All right? Does that make sense, what I'm saying to you? All right? So it's like I said, it's a perfect puzzle, folks. And the 8/4 is so important, right? It just so happens that 23 years, because we're in the 23rd year, 23 years is 8,400 days. You see that? And look at this. You remember I told you about the 1, 2, 3 and how important it is? If you add up all the numbers between 1 through 23, it's 276. And look, this equation, 8,400 days for, because 8/4 with 2 crowns, get it? And the 8, the 2 crowns look like an 8, and I told you that Trump is probably going to come back on 8/8, so it's 8/4, and then the 2 crowns look like an 8, like falling over. But anyway, 23 years is 276 months, so it's interesting that it's 276. 1 through 23 equals 276. And I told you Elvis, his comeback special was on 12/3, 54 years ago, which is the backwards of 4/5, 54/45. Get it? Anyway, It just so happens if you were to add up all the all the numbers of Washington's birth dates and death date, 2 plus 11 plus 17 plus 31 is his original birthday. That's 61. And if you add his new birthday was 2/22/1732 is 73. Add up his death date 12/14/1799 is 276. 1 through 23 equals 76. I mean equals 276. See? And set and 76, you've heard of the spirit of 76, and which I've talked about before. Trump is going to be 77 in on June 14th, but the prediction I'm telling you guys is 611. So he's still going to be here. Let me show you what I'm saying. That during this Seattle event, okay, pay attention, folks. This is very important. During the Seattle event, Trump is 76 years old still. He's not. Okay, hold on. I wish I could remember now. Watch. So, because his birthday is not till 3 days after the June 11th event. What is the 76th prime number? Stupid Google. I already know the equation. I just want to know what. I just can't remember what the exact total was. It's 383. That's what it is. Okay, so the 76th, because that's how old he is. Watch this. And so 76 years old, Trump. The 76 prime is 383. Obama is 61. He's not going to be 62 till August 4th. 61st prime number is 283. Okay. And what do you get? See? See? Trump is 76 right now, and he's going to be, and Obama's 61 is 666. See? So on June 11th, these dates will still be there. That's all I'm saying. I mean, these ages will still be relevant for that June 11th event. But their ages, when Trump gets his head wound, Elvis's age, all right, is 88, and when Trump gets his head wound, he would be 77 because his birthday comes. Okay. Yeah, if someone's putting 67, 76. Let me just tell you something real quick, because 276 is kind of like the 6767 connection, because 76 backwards is 67, and I told you 67.67 is how many is 247 days. The 247 days from Elvis's birthday is 9/11. So the 67.67 is Elvis and Jesse, because that's what Elvis equals 67. Jesse with a spelled with an I, like on his gravestone, is 67. And that's the percentage of 247 days, which is from Elvis's birthday to 9/11. Okay, 67.67. And that's why when you see 276, when I was showing earlier, it's like having the 267s in there, because 67 is the first number that equals 162 in gematria. And then the next time it comes up is 76, because 67 and 76 is the same numbers. So 67 is the first number that comes up as 162 in gematria, and the 162nd day of the year is June 11th, right? And so that means that the only other time that happens is with the 76, 67 and 76, and then after that you don't see it again. You'll never see the 162 number with a connecting to an actual number, because it's the first number, 67, when written out in gematria, that equals 162. Then 76 would be the next one, and then you don't see it again. Anyway, so when Trump gets his head wound, Elvis is going to be 88. I mean, Elvis is 88, and Trump is going to be 77 on August 4th, right? And if you add that up, it's 165. 165. And you know why that's important is because the 165th day of the year is Trump's birthday. So the 165th day of the year is June 14th. And I told you 6 times 14 equals 84. So their ages, Elvis' age and Trump's age, when he gets his head wound on August 4th, he'll be this age, still. Okay? And by the way, notice that it's 87, 87. And I told you that the word twin, remember the word twin equals 66, 21, 87. You see what I'm saying? This is the word twin, 66, 21, 87. So it's interesting that it's 8787, But anyway, that's just, just me throwing stuff out there, But and the Antichrist equals 154, right? If you just spell it out and get every letter, T is the 20th letter, H is the, what I'm saying, you just keep going. It's 154, and the 154th prime is 887. So it's like 887, and then you have another 7, basically a second crown. That's basically what you're seeing, because look, I don't know, folks. I'm just throwing stuff out there for you to look at. But now look, let me go back real quick to the JFK connection, okay? Let me go back to this again. That way you can see how crazy this is, okay? So remember what I was showing. Because watch, I haven't finished with this JFK thing. This is stuff I've shown before, but look. So remember, I was telling you that Trump is going to get his head wound in Ohio, which is the 17th state, and he's going to get it on 8/4. But 17, interesting, 84 and 17, that's 101, and the 26 prime number is 101. Remember that? I was just showing you all the connections earlier with that 101 and the word God and how it, anyway. But look, he's going to get his head wound in the 17th state, and I told you 17th, the letters TH equals 28, 17 plus 28 equals 45, and Trump's the 45th president. So it connects perfectly to Ohio, Trump getting his head wound in Ohio, and you have the HI in there, the word high, with the double O, get it? And where was Obama born? In Hawaii, and that's how they abbreviate it, HI. And Hawaii's area code is 808, the 88 connection. Trump, the name Trump equals 88. Elvis turned 88 this year. But look, you have the high, like the double O crown with the high, like the most high type of thing, you know what I mean? But look, the point I'm trying to make is that it's the 17th state, and it's connected to Trump, and 17 plus, the T and H equals 28, so it equals 45, right? And I told you that, I just got to show this real quick. And I told you that JFK was born in Massachusetts, died in Texas, and Trump's born in New York, and he's going to get his head wound in Ohio. Their state numbers, JFK's state numbers, the 6th state, where he was born in Massachusetts. He died in the 28th state of Texas, and then Trump is born in the 11th state, and he's going to get his head wound in the 17th state. And if you add the death places up, and the death place and the head wound place for Trump, and the where he's born, JFK, and where Trump is born, you get 4517, 1745, right? Are you paying attention? Just real quick, did you see what I just showed you? Because I need you to understand that, because Trump is the 45th president, and he's going to get his head wound in Ohio, and JFK, everything with JFK connected, right? Okay, now, I just want to make sure you understood that. I know you guys saw that earlier, but I want to make sure everyone saw that before I move on. Did you guys understand the 1745, 4517 connection? Trump is the 45th president, and Ohio's the 17th state where he's going to get his head wound. Okay, you got that, right? Okay, now, I just showed you the 1745, right? With the JFK connection and anyway, so now watch this. From Trump's birth date of June 14th, 1946, to the exact day that JFK was killed on 11/22/1963. When I say killed, I'm saying killed, because we don't know how many days. Because remember, we're talking about 1745. Trump's the 45th president, and he's going to get his head wound in the 17th state. From the day the day Trump was born, 6/14/1946, to the day JFK was supposedly assassinated, is 17 years, 5 months. Okay, and what is that in percentages? 1745.21. 1745. And I just told you, Trump's the 45th president, going to get his head wound in the 17th state. And it was 17 years in between. And I told you, the letter Q is 17, remember? And the 17th state is Ohio. Get it? Trump's the 45th president, 17. Now, and by the way, look, the amount of weeks is 910 weeks and 1 day. 911 again. Look at that. Anyway, look at this. Dallas is a 214 area code. And February 14th, 214 is the 45th day of the year, Valentine's Day. Look at that. So Dallas is 214 area code where JFK got his head wound. The 214 day is the 45th day of the year. Even that connects to the 45. You see? Now, what I was going to tell you, just real quick, before, I just want to make sure you guys understood that before I move on. I just want to make sure everybody understood that before I move on. Okay, now I think this might be I just have 2 more things to show. Look, so remember I was telling you that from Trump's head wound to JFK's head wound is 1745. Okay, 1745.21% if you don't add the day. If you add the day, it's like 48%. But let's just go with this one, 1745.21%. So Ohio's the 17th state. Trump's the 45th president, okay? But look, so if you take this equation now, because it's 17 years, right? So the 17 is for the 17 years. What's left? 45.21%. And what's important about 45.21? From the first of the year to Trump's birthday, 6/14, is 45.21%. You see? From the first of the year to 6/14, it's 45.21%. Now, if that's not perfect, I don't know what is. You see? You see what I'm saying? 1745.21. Trump's the 45th president, 17th state. Okay? I mean, look, I can only do so much, to make how much more connections can I show you? It's such a perfect puzzle, And Ronald Reagan, his head, he got, there was an attempted assassination on Ronald Reagan, right? And I've shown you all the connections with that. I'm not going to show that right now. It's just too much, okay? Was also 17 years. From JFK to Ronald Reagan was 17 years. The attempted assassination of Reagan. Okay? So, but it was 17 years and some months, I can't remember, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's 17 and 17 in between. Anyway, what's the last thing I'm going to show? Well, hold on. Yeah, I think this should be the end of it. If you went from the first of the year to 6/11, you went 4,545 days forward, it would land on 6/11 from the first of the year. And this is counting the day. If you don't count the day, it's actually 4544. So it would be 4544 days if you went from the first of the year to 6/11. Then if you went from June 14th to JFK's death date, it would be the same equation, 45-44 or 45-45, counting the day. Trump's birthday to JFK, look, 45-45. From the first of the year to 6/11 is 45-45, you see? Yeah, I mean, there's only so much I can tell you. Yeah, I told you guys that June 14th is Flag Day. The word flag equals 26. The word God equals 26, okay? Um, and let me just show you this real quick. June 14th is also World Blood Donor Day. World Blood Donor Day is also Trump's birthday. Let me see if I can just real quick show you guys this. Where is it? Yeah, I can't find it. Here, let me see here. There's so much more for me to show, folks. I just got to end it somewhere. I mean, I could keep going on and on with the connections. I told you it's a perfect puzzle. Yeah. Guess what? Guess what the word flag equals? You remember that stupid horse that won the Kentucky Derby, MAGE? The word game, MAGE is the name. MAGE was the name of the horse. It equaled the exact same as this, the word flag, you see? Flag and MAGE is the same, which is the word game. 26-17-43. The word God equals 26-17-43. Okay? The forward. The backwards of God is 55-10, but look what this is. 82-19-101. And I told you the 26 prime is 101, and this 82-19 is the word Seattle. Seattle equals 82-19 over here, because this is a more important number. 82-19 in the forward numbers for Seattle. So basically, it's the word God and Seattle. God, Seattle. You see? So, again, another great coincidence, I already knew this, but see, it's all, every time somebody brings something up, I remember all of it, Man. Who is Diamond from Diamond and Silk Connect? I don't know what that is. Who is that? Can you tell me who Diamond from Diamond? I don't know what that means. Is that some kind of singer or something? I told you guys that that stupid show, The Apprentice, where Trump was the the star of the show. Elvis was born on January 8th. When was the first episode of The Apprentice? Yeah, I hate when it doesn't say it, man. See, The Apprentice, the very first episode was on Elvis's birthday, you see? January 8th. The app Entice. Not The Apprentice, the app Entice. Yeah, you know what? People are talking about Elvis's relatives and stuff. Yeah, I could, go into the whole thing with that, but it is kind of, it's just way too much, man. I could just tell you this. Vernon, his dad, Elvis's dad's name is Vernon, and Washington, his compound was named Mount Vernon. George Washington, Mount Vernon. Yeah, basically that's what it is. Trump is the devil's advocate. That's right. Elvis is the representation of Lucifer. Lucifer, basically Elvis is Lucifer trying to get his crown, because Elvis became Satan. Lucifer became Satan, lost his 19 crown. You got to go watch my video called Lucifer Loses His S equals 19 crown, and you'll understand what that whole Corona 19 was about. Because Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with getting an injection on live television. He got his polio injection on Bill Gates' first birthday on 10/28/1956. Elvis was the first famous person to do that. Okay? And he did it 42 years after the guy who invented the polio vaccine. So 42 years later, on the exact birthday, because the guy who invented it was born on Bill Gates' birthday, and Bill Gates is born in Seattle, where the needle is. Get it? The Space Needle. And Elvis was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Space Needle. Okay? And Tom Hanks was in that Sleepless in Seattle. Who's Sleepless in Seattle? Who? It's Elvis. He's sleepless in Seattle. Okay? And Tom Hanks was filming an Elvis movie when he was the first famous person to get the virus, the 19 virus. And I told you Seattle was the first place the virus came to in America, the 19 crown, Corona 19. And the first death was in King County in Seattle. Everything connects to Seattle and Elvis, okay? You can't get more perfect than that, okay? And who was the father of the miracle cure? It was Trump. So you have Elvis with the needles connection, all the needles. And by the way, the horse that almost won the Triple Crown the year Elvis took the injection was a horse called Needles. Okay? He won 2 out of the 3 races. 2 crowns, get it? He won 2 because it's not supposed to be 3. Obama is the fake one. Trump and Elvis are the twin serpents, okay? I don't know how to explain it any better than that, you know. It's not they don't man, I don't know. I can't get into every detail. It's just too complicated. All right? Yeah, that's right. That's a good one. 2 out of 3 is the 2-3. That's right. 23. Great. That's good. And 2/3 of the angels, I mean, a third of the angels fell, right? Which would leave 2/3, right? And I told you that Elvis equals 67, and that would leave 33, right? To get to 100. 67, 33, right? And 67 is the first number that equals 162, right? Yeah. Anyway, now I'm just babbling, folks. I'm sorry. Now I get to the point where it's just too much, you know. Yeah, and there's the needles and Back to the Future. I've shown all that. Oh, that's a great videos to watch. Is my Back to the Future videos. Okay, you got to go find them, you know. But like I said, folks, it just goes on, and you'll never stop. You'll never stop. Okay. So it's like I said, it's from Elvis, who took the needle, the very first one on live television, to Trump being the first president to bring out a needle. You know what I mean? Basically, I would imagine. Anyway, all right, folks. Let me hold on. Let me just show. No, I think I'm pushing my luck here. With, I don't want to show anymore. I've had enough. I'll save this for another video, folks. Anyway, God bless all of you. And for the people who got in late, you gotta watch this video from beginning to end, because it's packed with great information, but it's not cohesive, a lot of it, because I'm going from one place to another. But if you pay close attention, it's yes, that's the word I would use, fascinating. All right, it's fascinating, because the way they're lining everything up. You know what? And I deleted a video yesterday, which had some really good connections to the word God also, and I didn't mention it in this video. I should have, but it's all right. We'll just move on. And anyway, folks, God bless all of you, and thanks for hanging out. Jesus is God. Man. Anyway, hold on. I gotta end this video. Yeah, make sure you watch from the beginning. All right, folks. End the video. No, I'm not going to delete it. I'm not going to delete it. This video's staying up, okay? So if you just came in, watch from the beginning. End a video. And you must watch from the beginning, okay? End of video. Jesus is God.